Well. Who's going to get their picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone? my Rolling Stone.
Wow.
Boy, howdy. Good morning. Wow. I saw that last night. January 6th organizers say they participated in dozens of planning meetings with members of Congress and White House staff. Yep. This is where the game show gets super fun, right?
Uh-huh.
Mark Meadows, come on down.
Oh, yeah.
Katrina Pearson, is that how you say her name?
Yep.
Come on down.
Yeah.
Yes, Tim O'Brien, helpful, just so we have all the members of Congress reportedly in touch with the White House and others about planning for the January 6th insurrection. Marjorie Taylor Greene, all such surprises. Paul Gosar, Lauren Boebert, Mo Brooks, Madison Cawthorn, Andy Biggs, Louis Gohmert.
Wow.
Do not pass go. Go directly to jail. Holy
S-balls.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been reading Adam Schiff's book on the plane, which is fantastic.
It's great.
We're having him on tomorrow,
Yes.
right? Midnight in Washington. But it really, the fact that we all lived through this time in history, this breathtaking amount of criminality is really, and he had a front row seat. He's going to be, right? He's a historical figure already, but this is, I think, even beyond, I think, any insanity that Adam Schiff could have imagined.
Yeah,
through Russia, Ukraine, all of it.
The
right?
details in this story are
wow.
shocking.
They're bazonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right word. That is definitely the right word to describe this.
Yes, Eric Swalwell said any member of Congress who plotted with January 6 terrorists must be removed from Congress at a very minimum.
Yeah.
They belong in jail, but expulsion from Congress would be, which should have happened a long time ago for a lot of reasons. But this is out and out treason.
Yeah.
I mean, this story really is stunning. Mueller, she wrote, said 2 1-6 planners cooperating with Select Committee investigations say Greene, Boebert, Brooks, Gohmert, Biggs, Gosar, and Cawthorn were all involved in the planning of the insurrection. Gosar promised the planners a blanket pardon from the president. So that's why these two, one planner, one organizer, they're describing them, are turning.
Yeah.
They're pissed at Trump. This is what happened. It's like, obviously, as usual, Trump left them all out to dry.
Right.
And so now they're and by the way, Rolling Stone, oh my, has independent evidence of their communications with members of Congress, not just right. So I feel like it calls for all the drama things that we currently possess, and we may have to get more. Thank you. Interesting. Watergate attorney John Dean encourages Merrick Garland to appoint a special counsel to investigate January 6th, saying the congressional committee is not enough. I would say so after this latest piece.
I'm still curious about what's going on behind the scenes at DOJ, because they've been very tight-lipped about their investigation. And also, what we're hearing from Rolling Stone, these people who are speaking to the committee for several weeks now, that would explain these subpoenas that went out to people you would never even think of, the organizers and the people, the funding behind it.
Right. Glenn Kirshner said, which is precisely why Republican representatives keep voting against investigations, enforcing their subpoenas, etc., the mother of all cover-ups.
Yeah.
It explains a lot more about a lot of stuff, doesn't it? It's stunning is a good word. Let me. I
think bazonkers.
Let's go. Would you like some story time music, Chris? Let's find some.
All right.
Yes. Okay. I know we have sexy liberal jet lag. We love you, Madison. We love you. That was a long trip.
For Mama, yes.
Yes, for Mama. It's a lot of travel mishaps, but Mama's back, and it was a triumph of epic proportions.
It was a great show.
I enjoyed it on pay-per-view.
You can still watch. Oh, did you really? You can still watch. You can watch for up to a year. You didn't miss it. And go to sexyliberal.com. Right.
Yeah, you can still get the pay-per-view. If you didn't purchase it for the show, you can still purchase the pay-per-view.
Trust the reviews. It's good.
Somebody posted a picture of the cast of Hair. There was a lot of hair between the two.
And you.
Jesus Superstar. And Jesus Christ Superstar auditionees, John and Hal, and me. Right. And Frangela brought their own. Yeah.
I didn't have any hair.
No, but we made up for the rest of us made up for it. Anyway, thank you. It was fantastic. Everybody, the crowd was amazing. We all haven't been out of our house in 2 years, so it was a bit of a catharsis. A little bit of
Angela really looked like she was shocked to see that many people in one space.
I haven't left my house. I was like, blink, blink. Hello.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I got cheese curds.
Yes, you got. Well, you asked for it.
I got
You
lots
asked.
of,
You
yes.
talked about it on air, and then
did.
you almost crushed under a
mountain of cheese.
A mountain of cheese curds.
Yeah, literally half my carry-on was cheese. So thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It says it right in the airport. Home of cheese or something.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
It says Lake Country more than Cheese Country, but
Okay. All right. Let's get to the story time about the Rolling Stone. Good God. Yeah. Where do we start? Did I miss any details, Travis? Okay. Blah blah. Some of the planners appeared into that. Two of these people have spoken to Rolling Stone exclusively in recent weeks, detailed explosive allegations that multiple members of Congress were intimately involved in planning both Trump's efforts to overturn his election loss and the January 6th events that turned violent. I mean, between this and the story about the war room at the Willard Hotel,
Yeah.
January 6th was just one piece of this whole treasonous coup.
Yeah.
I've come to the conclusion that nothing good comes out of the Willard Hotel.
No.
So much
No.
stuff.
Like phone calls after 3 a.m.
Exactly.
and drinking games with brown liquor.
Yes.
Okay.
So much has happened at the Willard Hotel that
Right.
is not good for America.
Rolling Stone separately confirmed a third person involved in the rally who has communicated with the committee. There had been prior indication members of Congress were involved, but this is also the first account detailing their purported role and its scope. The two sources also said they interacted with members of Trump's team, including former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, who they described as having an opportunity to prevent the violence. One of them said, I remember Marjorie Taylor Greene specifically. Also, she does look a lot like that bomber. She walks exactly like the bomber, who my friend said initially was definitely a woman. But let's not get sidetracked.
Wow. That's
That's
allegedly.
yeah, allegedly.
Very alleged.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, we can still say Marjorie Taylor Greene, come on down. You're the next contestant.
Right.
Sedition is a crime.
I probably remember talking to about a dozen or other members at one point or another, or their staff. Right. Once again, I think we mentioned all the names at the top. We would talk to Boebert's team, Cawthorn's team, Gosar's team, like back to back to back. Gosar dangled the possibility of a blanket pardon in an unrelated ongoing investigation to encourage them to plan the protest. Oh, I feel like maybe there's a part under the jail for Paul Gosar, perhaps. Our impression was a done deal, that he'd spoken to the president about it in the Oval. The organizer claims the pair received several assurances about the blanket pardon from Gosar.
Gosar?
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say. You don't, right? If this were a successful coup, we would never know any of this, because that's the whole point.
Yep, that's what a coup is.
Rolling Stone has separately obtained documentary evidence that both sources were in contact with Gosar and Boebert on January 6th. Green's communication director said, she just objected like Democrats who objected to Republican presidential victories over the years.
Throw a flag on that.
999. We
9-9.
speak fascist.
Yeah.
999. Yes. Maxine Waters said, I'm not going to the inauguration because he was not legitimately elected with all this Russian help.
Yeah.
She didn't say, I would like a riot and to overturn the results of the election.
Thank you.
You have to speak fascist to them, Chris. Yes, Ellie Alexander, the organizer, he's on tape saying this. This has all been in the open.
Yeah.
I was the one who came up with the January 6th idea with Congressman Gosar, Congressman Brooks, Congressman Andy Biggs. We four schemed up putting maximum pressure on Congress while they were voting. He referred to Gosar as my captain, declared one of the other heroes has been Congressman Andy Biggs. Brooks showed up in body armor.
Yeah.
Is that what you do for a peaceful protest? Okay. The two sources say they can provide new details about the members' specific roles in these efforts. The sources plan to share that information with congressional investigators now. One of them said, I do feel kind of abandoned by Trump. I'm actually pretty pissed about it, and I'm pissed at him. He offers an even more succinct assessment. When asked what he would say to Trump, he would say, what the...
Fair.
The two potential witnesses plan to present to the committee allegations about how these demonstrations were funded and to detail communications between the organizers and the White House. They describe Katrina Pearson as a key liaison. Katrina was like our go-to girl. She was our primary advocate. Both sources also described Trump's White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, as someone who played a major role in the conversations surrounding the protests on January 6th. Meadows was 100% made aware of what was going on. He was also like a regular figure in these tiny groups of national organizers. The two sources claim there were early concerns about Alexander's event. They had seen him with members of paramilitary groups, First Amendment Praetorian and Oath Keepers. They knew that they weren't there to sing Kumbaya and like put up a peace sign. The planner said these frickin' people were angry. Wow. That's getting your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone, not in a good way.
No, you don't want that.
Not. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Wowie.
Wow. 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 I mean,
It's lots of.
that's not an Adam Schiff book. How many expletives through the course of when they got more and more evidence in the Mueller investigation, and then in the Ukraine they have a bunch of potty mouths.
Yeah.
Adam Schiff and his staff. They were like, "Holy, what the?
Yep.
Oh my God!" It's just,
It was like the green room of the Sexy Liberal show.
Yes. Well, yes.
You should hear the audio version of the book.
It's like a Sexy Liberal show.
Yeah.
Well, he dropped an F-bomb at Sexy Liberal.
Yes, he did.
Chairmanship, so we should have known. But
Does he?
this
does he
whole
read
presidency has been.
It is actually Schiff reading the book.
Yeah.
And he says the F words.
I cannot recommend the book more.
Yes.
The audio version. A lot of times they get this like dry person
I did the
reading
reedy
it.
version on my iPad.
Yes.
This is actually Schiff reading it. It's definitely worth
The
the
whole
audio
presidency was a what the this whole,
Yeah.
and it continues to be a what the moment for America.
Yeah.
I mean, the smooth jazz congressman.
Absolutely.
He definitely has a career in reading books if he needs to.
Okay.
I think he's got bigger things to do.
I think he's got bigger things coming.
Yeah.
He reminds me of reading the book. He reminds me of my dad. Ugh, it's just I can't even imagine. It's just having a front seat for this,
Yeah.
like he has. Right now, this is like in some ways so predictable through getting away with Russia and then Ukraine. And I mean, he's cheated his entire life at everything. He is a lifelong criminal. It's just it really is stunning. The scope of it, though, when you hear it all laid out like that, but also just this stuff. The what do you call it? Where was that even? That's like 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago.
I know, right?
The Willard Hotel, the War Room. I mean,
the
they
Washington
did this.
Post, that little story.
They did this in the open, and it's just okay. That doesn't make it any less criminal. Yes.
Psy Guy on Twitter wants to know if it's coincidence that the Willard Hotel is also where the White House Thanksgiving turkeys stay before they're pardoned.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Uh-huh. Coincidence?
I mean, like all this, just Steve Bannon's podcast is called The War Room. We're learning about the war. Like it was like him taking people inside their planning sessions when he was talking to them on his podcast.
Oh my God!
And he referred to people as captains and by military titles.
None of these people get out of this. John Eastman trying to go. This was anybody's crazy that believes this memo I wrote. Like, what? He's trying to back away from how specific this plan was to subvert a free and fair election and overturn. Yeah.
What was the
government of the United States? He's just, I was spitballing. Okay, the only way to get the taste of treason out of your mouth, I would think, would be to go to sexyliberal.com. I can't print all of them, but Jeff tweeted, I've seen all the Sexy Liberal streaming shows and two of the live ones in Florida. This was the best one ever. We heard that over and over. People flew there from the East Coast, from Seattle, from, oh my God, people flew from all over the place.
I talked to someone from Maine. I talked to someone from Denver.
Yeah. Anyway, he says you can still see the show here, sexyliberal.com. It's only $20. Are you kidding me? And also, Sexy Liberal music, please. I mean, the most important thing, Mark tweets, I feel bad that for everyone that didn't get to see this live, these people are much sexier and taller in person than they are on screen.
John is very tall.
Sweet Jesus. Pictures don't do Steph justice. Yeah, my pictures came out crappy. I don't know. I got to cut my hair again. It's whatever. The Barrymore was rocking, even without porn.
Yeah.
I did not know that it was formerly a porn theater, but we brought back that.
It was on
fine
Saturday
tradition.
night.
That fine tradition Saturday
Well,
night.
you kind of rubbed up against everybody.
I brought a garbage bag for protection.
You did.
That was a wacky, funny bit, wasn't it?
Was a bit.
Everybody, I did a little prop here off the top. Put out the garbage bag before I went out and hugged the crowd.
You know, next time though, open the bag before you go out there so you know that it opens up and get that head hole in there for you.
And did you see I snagged a booking on the way home?
Yes.
George Lopez on my. Okay.
That's right.
I'll tell. We've known each other. We've known each other since Laugh Factory in 1980 something. Anyway, very exciting. He's going to come on the show.
Yeah, we had him in studio when I was over at SiriusXM. He is a very lovely man.
He is a very nice man. There was, I believe, the entire marching band from USC was on our flight, and I think he bought them all lunch.
Really?
I just gave them a little fight on. I was like, "Hi, class of." They were like, "Oh my God, you're still alive? Oh my God."
Yeah, I was walking down fraternity row, and I'm like, oh God, I feel old.
Oh God.
I'm like that weird old man that walks down fraternity row.
Grandpa, we're having a kegger.
No, the Pikes were having a dunk tank, and I'm like, wow, okay.